Hello everyone, this is Jennifer. So this is the part 3 video of the working of the cash flow statements. So question number 1, from the following income statement and balance sheet of Mahesh Limited, make a cash flow statement as per indirect method. So you have your income statement which is given. So income statement, net sales, its operating activity did not be considered in your cash flow statement because it does not involve any cash flows. Next is cost of sales will not be considered. Depreciation is a non-cash item, so it will be added to your net profit. Salaries is operating expense or salary operating expenses all will not be considered. Provision for taxation, this 14,080 is nothing but the current year's provisions. If you know it is a current year's provision, where will you consider it? You will add it in your net profit in order to calculate your net profit before tax. So your net operating profit is given, profit on sale of equipment is given. So profit on sale of equipment, so this is a non-operating income. So if you have a profit on sale of equipment given, that's a non-operating income. You will add it as your non-operating income in the adjustments of non-cash and non-operating incomes. Then balance forward, then dividend. Dividend is given as 11,520. So this is nothing but your dividend paid for the current year. If it's a current year dividend, what will you basically do? You will add it in order to calculate your net profit before tax, and then you will minus it from your cash from financing activity. So moving on to the balance sheet that they have given. So they have given share capital. Share capital has increased, so you will add it in your financing activity. Profit and loss account, this is the opening and closing balance. So the closing balance minus opening balance, you'll get your net profit before adjustments. Creditors have decreased, so you will minus it, minus the add what when current liability increases, and when current asset decreases, and minus when current liability decreases and when current asset increases. So current liability, which is creditors, has decreased, so you will minus it. Next, outstanding expenses, it has increased from previous year to current year, so you will add it. Income tax payable, so if you see income tax payable, they have given the opening and the closing balance, and also you have something called as income tax which is paid, which is given in the income statement. Provision for tax, which is your current year's provision. So you will calculate what is the income tax paid during the year. So you will prepare a ledger account. Accumulated depreciation is given, so you will prepare a ledger account in order to calculate the actual depreciation on land, buildings and equipments. So land, moving on to your asset side, you have your land given. So land has increased, which means some purchases has happened. So purchase of land will be minused because it is an outflow of cash. Buildings and equipments, from last year to current year, it has increased. So again, it's purchases of buildings and equipment, so you will add it. Cash is your opening and the closing balance of cash, which you will put it up in the end of the statement of cash flow statement. Next, you have your debtors. So when the current asset decreases, you will add it. When the current asset increases, you will minus it. So debtors has increased, so you will minus it. Stock, if you see the last year 42,250 and 15,360, this has decreased, so you will add it. So advances has increased, so you will minus it. When it decreases, you will minus it, and when it increases, you will add it. So debtors and advances will be minused, and only the stock will be added back in order to show you working capital changes. So now let's move on to the ledger accounts. So if you see provision for taxation, so you have supposed to prepare the provision for taxation account. Why? because you have your income tax payable which is given. So income tax payable, you have your opening balance, you have your closing balance, and provision for taxation, which is a current year provision, is given. So you can calculate your tax paid. So opening balance will be by balance brought down, which is a credit balance. By balance brought down 1920, to balance carried down 2112. Now this provision for taxation, which is 14,080, which is given in your income statement, is nothing but the current year's provision, which you will transfer it to profit and loss account. So it is by profit and loss account 14,080. So there is a credit balance which tells to bank account 13,888. This is nothing but your tax paid for the current year. So moving on to the next account, which is your land and buildings account. So land and buildings account. So if you look into the question, you have your land opening balance 7,680 and closing balance 15,360. So to balance brought down, what's our debit balance 7,680 because it is an asset account. By balance carried down 15,360. So there is a balancing figure. You are having a credit balance which is 7,680. Since it's a credit balance, it is to bank account. If it is to bank account, you are getting it in your asset account, then it will be considered as purchases. Why purchases? Because only when you purchase something, the cash is moving out. So to bank account purchases. So this will be shown in your investing activities. So you will basically minus it in your investing activities. So next, moving on to the next account, which is plant and machinery account. So your plant and machinery account. So your opening and closing balance. So plant and machinery account. So buildings and equipment account, opening balance is 57,600, closing balance is 92,160. Again, it's a asset account, so it will have a debit balance. So to balance brought down 57,600, by balance carried down 92,160. So if you see, there is a note which is given in the question telling purchase of equipment for rupees 46,080 during the year 2007. So purchases means to bank account purchases 46,080, and in your income statement they have given profit on sale of equipment, which is 9,920. If it's a profit, you will transfer it to profit and loss account, wherein you will debit it. So it is to profit and loss account, profit on sale 1,920. Now if you see, you have a debit balance. Now before that, you're supposed to prepare your accumulated depreciation account. So accumulated depreciation account is an expense. So it is by balance brought down, which is 19,200, and to balance carried down, it is 21,120. So in the current year depreciation, they have told 9,600. So by profit and loss account 9,600. So this balancing figure you are going to transfer it to bill and equipment account, which is 7,680. So this is the corresponding entry which is made up in your plant and machinery account as by accumulated depreciation account 7,620. So your balancing figure is nothing but by bank account sales, which is 5,760. So now moving on to your cash flow statement. So cash flow statement. So cash net profit, you always start with net profit. So if you see profit and loss account is given, opening and closing balance. So 26,208 minus 24,288, you get the balance to be 1,920. Now what you will do, you will add all that is taken up in your appropriations account, like your dividend paid, the provisions for the current years, and the general reserves, etc. So if you see in the question, we have the provision for taxation which is made for the current year. So in your provision for taxation account, if you see, the current year's provision is 14,008 and the tax paid is 13,888. Only the provisions for taxation for the current year that will be considered, which is 14,080. And you have nothing but dividend paid during the year. So in the question, if you see, they have given the dividend paid during the year, which is 11,520. How do you basically get this? In the question itself, they have given dividend paid, which is in your income statement 11,520. So 11,520, you will add it, you will get 25,600. This 27,520 is the sum of net profit plus your appropriations made, which is total of 25,600. So you get the resultant figure to be 27,520. This is nothing but net profit before tax. Sometimes in the question itself they will give net profit before tax. At that time you will not add up any appropriation, that is before tax itself. So only when they give normal net profit or the profit and loss balances or the retained earning balances, you will do this. Or else if they give only net profit before tax, you will start from here itself. So when you get your net profit before tax, you will add all the adjustments for the non-operating and non-cash expenses. So which includes, in the question we just have depreciation given in the question. So depreciation is 9,600. So depreciation 9,600. So when you add it, you get 37,120. Now you will minus all your non-cash and non-operating incomes. So in the question we just have profit on sale of equipment, which is 1,920. So minus 1,920, you get the balance of 35,200. This 35,200 is nothing but operating profit before working capital changes. Now we need to look into the working capital changes. So what we will basically do is we will add the increase in current liability and decrease in current asset. So if any current liability has increased from previous year to current year, or if any current asset has decreased from previous year to current year, we will add it. So in the question, if you see, only the outstanding expenses and creditors, only the outstanding expenses from your liability side have increased. So you will show that up, increase in outstanding expenses, which is 3,840. Moving out to your asset side, your stock has decreased. So you will show it up as decrease in stock, which is 26,880. Now when you total up, you will get 30,720. Now moving on to the decrease in current liability and increase in current asset. So you will minus your decrease in current liability and increase in current asset. So what all current liability has decreased? First look into that. So if you see, the creditors have decreased. So creditors, what is the amount decreased? How do you get the amount? The previous year's amount minus your current year's amount. So 37,440 minus 38,440, you get 960. Now you look into your asset side and see if any asset has basically increased. So if you see, your debtors and advances have increased from previous year to current year. So you will show up that amount, you will total it, and you are getting the balance as 4,032. So 35,200 plus 30,720 minus 4,032, you get the resultant value to be 61,888. So which is nothing but cash generated from operation. Now what you will basically do is you will minus your income tax paid. I again repeat, it is not the provisions made, it is the income tax paid during the current year, which we have found out in your provision for taxation account. So to bank account tax paid 13,088, which you will take it as income tax paid 13,888. Now we will get the resultant figure to be cash generated from operating activity. We go always as per the format. So now let's look into what are the cashes generated or what are the cash outflows from the investing activities. When it comes to cash inflows or outflows from investing activities, we will only consider the purchase or sales of the long-term assets in an organization. So you first look into your long-term assets or your fixed assets. So for example, if you see land and building, it is two bank account purchases. So if it's a purchase, you will minus it. Minus purchase of land 7,680. Now you look into your building and equipment ledger account. So if you look into your building and equipment ledger account, two bank account purchases 46,080. So minus building and equipment account 46,080. Now if there is any sales which has happened, you will add it. So sales is 5,760, which is your balancing figure. So sale of building and equipment 5,760. So when you total it up, you will get a negative figure of minus 48,000, which is nothing but your net cash from investing activity. Now let's move on to the third part, which is cash from financial activity. So in cash from financial activity, we only look into the components which will affect the finances of the company or the share capitals of the company. So if you see in the question, your share capital, which is last year is 57,600, the current year it is 71,040, which has ultimately increased. If it's an increase, we assume the company has issued share capital, so it is inflow of cash. If it is inflow of cash, you will add it. If it is outflow of cash, you will minus it. That is the simplest logic. So issue of share capital 13,440. So the next one is we have dividend paid during the current year 11,520. Always when they give dividend paid, either in adjustment or in income statement, first thing you will add is you will add it in order to find out your net profit before tax. So you will add it in order to find out your net profit before tax, and always you will minus it in your financing activity because it is an outflow of cash. So minus 11,520. So the resultant figure is a positive figure, which is 1,920. So now what you will do is you will add up all the activities cash generated. So cash generated from operating is 48,000. Cash generated from investing is minus 48,000, and cash from financing is 1,920. So 48,000 minus 48,000 plus 1,920, you get the resultant figure to be 1,920. So now what you will do is you will add your opening balance of cash. What is your opening balance of cash? 9,600. So 9,600, when you add it, so you should always get the resultant figure, which is your answer, as the closing balance of cash, which is 11,520. Only if you get the closing balance correctly with your sum, the answer is correct. So let's move on to the next question now. So our next question, from the following, make a cash flow statement for XYZ Limited for the current year 2002. So your previous year is 2001, your current year is 2002. So you have given the balance sheet and the income statement. So your balance sheet, which is your liability side and asset side. So you have your paid up capital, which is 50,000 and 50,000, it gets balanced. So there is no issue of share capital, nor there is a decrease in the share capital. So nothing you will account it in your cash flow statement. Your retained earnings, if you see in the question, profit and loss account, balance is not given. So you will take up your retained earnings balance as your profit and loss balance, and you will calculate your net profit. So 4,15,000 minus 3,50,000, which you will get 65,000 as your balance for your net profit. So long term debt, it has increased, so borrowings has been happened. So if the borrowings has happened, you will add it because there is cash inflow. Next is notes payable. So notes payable has increased. Notes payable is a current liability, so if it increases, you will add it. So notes payable have increased, so you will add it. Accounts payable have increased, so you will add it in your working capital changes. Next, coming up to gross fixed assets. So if you see your fixed asset has increased from last year to current year, which means fixed asset has been brought. So which means to tell there is purchase of fixed assets. So if there is purchase of fixed assets, you will minus it under your investing activities. So 11,25,000 minus 10 lakh, you will get 1,25,000, which is nothing but your purchases. You have your accumulated depreciation given, so they have minused it and they have given the net fixed asset. Now you have your inventories, accounts receivable, so which is your current asset. If the current asset decreases, you will add it. If the current asset increases, you will minus it. So if inventory has increased, so you will minus it. Accounts receivable again has increased, you will minus it. Cash is nothing but your opening and closing balance. Now moving on to your income statement. So your income statement, you have your sales, which is given, you will not consider it. Cost of goods sold will not be considered in your cash flow statement. Gross profit will not be considered. Your selling, general, administrative expense, all these are operating expenses which will not be considered. After your minusing it, you will get your EBIT, which is earnings before interest and tax. Minus your interest expenses, you will get your EBT, which is earnings before tax. And when you less your taxes, so if you see this is your current year taxes, which is 1 lakh. If you have your current year taxes, what will you basically do? You will add it in your net profit in order to calculate your net profit before taxes. Absolutely. So your net profits before taxes will be added with 1 lakh. So next they have given your net income, which is of 1 lakh. So in the adjustment or the additional information, they have given the information to be dividend paid rupees 35,000. If it is dividend paid, what you will do? You will add it in your net profit in order to calculate your net profit before tax, and you will minus it in your financing activity. Then additions to retained earnings is rupees 65,000, which is nothing but your opening and closing balance. Opening minus closing balance, you get an addition of 65,000. That's what they are basically telling it. And depreciation is 75,000. You will add it in your adjustment for non-operating and non-cash expenses. So now if you see, we just have the depreciation. So let's do only the fixed asset account. So if you see the fixed asset, your opening and closing balance, which is given in the question as $10 lakhs and 11,25,000. So it is a debit balance because it's an asset account. To balance brought down is 10 lakhs, by balance carried down is 11,25,000. So you have a balancing figure which is 1,25,000, which is nothing but to bank account, which you consider it as purchase because it is to bank account. Now let's start out with our cash flow statement. So you start with net profit, which is nothing but your balance of retained earnings, 4,15,000 minus 3,50,000, you get 65,000. Add your tax paid during the year, add your dividend paid, you get 1 lakh plus 35,000, which is 1,35,000. The resultant figure is 2 lakh, which is nothing but your net profit before tax. The adjustment for non-operating or non-cash expenses, you will add your only depreciation is given in the question. So adjust your depreciation 75,000. So you will get the resultant figure to be 2,75,000, 2 lakhs plus 75,000. So minus any non-cash or non-operating incomes, we do not have anything in the question. So moving on to the next part is, which is operating profit before working capital changes is nothing but 2,75,000. So 2,75,000. So add increase in current liabilities and decrease in current asset. As I have told you all in earlier itself, when you see increase in current liability and decrease in current asset, you first see your current liability, whether it has increased or not. If it has increased, I will take it. So if you see in the question, notes payable and accounts payable only have increased, so you will add it. So increase in notes payable, increase in accounts payable, the balance figure, the opening minus closing, which you get 20,000 plus 10,000, which is total of 30,000. So now what you will do, decrease in current liability and increase in current asset. So if you see, these current asset have increased. So 10,000 is the increase. So you will minus because minus decrease in current liability and increase in current assets. So the resultant figure will have a minusing figure. 10,000 plus 10,000 is minus 20,000. So 3,05,000 minus 20,000, you get 2,85,000. Now you will minus your income tax paid during the year, which is nothing but your tax, which is 1 lakh. And you will get your cash generated from operating activities, which is 1,85,000. You might have a question, why are we not preparing the provision for taxation account? We are not preparing it because we do not have the opening and closing balance. So this income tax paid only we will consider it. So now moving on to the next part, which is cash from investing activities. So if you see in the question, we just have one current asset. So we have a purchases of the current asset, which is 1,25,000. So minus 1,25,000. So the resultant figure is minus 1,25,000, which is nothing but net cash from investing activity. Now the third part is cash from financial activity. So if you see in that, you will only look into the equity shares, long-term debentures, long-term borrowings, all that. So if you see your paid up capital, it is equal, so you will not consider it as long-term debt. If you see it has increased, so you will add the increases because it is inflow of cash. And if you have any dividend paid, you will minus it. So long-term debt 50,000 has increased, so you will add it. So minus your dividend paid because it is outflow of cash, minus 35,000, which is given in your income statement. So the resultant figure is 50,000 minus 35,000, which is 15,000. So this is nothing but your net cash from financial activities or financing activity. So now you will get your net increase or decrease in cash and cash equivalent. How will you get it? Cash generated from operating activity 1,85,000 plus net cash from investing activities minus 1,25,000 plus net cash from financing activity plus 15,000. So the resultant figure is 75,000. Now add your opening balance, which is 10,000. So if you add your opening balance of cash, which is 10,000, what is your opening balance of cash? 10,000, and your closing balance is 85,000. So if you add the opening balance of cash to your net increase or decrease, you should get your closing balance of cash, which is 85,000. So we are getting it. So the answer is correct. So only when we get it, our statement will be termed as the correct statement. So moving on to the next question, which is our next question. From the following balance sheet of Evershine Company Limited, make cash flow statement. So you have your liability side and you have your asset side. So share capital has increased, so it is issue of share capital, which you will add it in your financing activity. General reserve has increased, so you will basically show up in your net profit. You will add it to your net profit in order to calculate net profit before tax. Then you have a profit and loss account, which is your opening minus closing. You will get your net profit. Bank loan long term, so it has decreased, which means your bank loan you have paid it, so you will minus it since it is an outflow of cash. Creditors have decreased, so you will minus it. Provision for taxation, you have your opening and closing balance, and you have something regarding with provision for taxation, which is income tax paid during the year. So you will prepare a ledger account for it. Land and building, last year it is 4 lakh. In the current year it is 4,80,000. It has increased, so there is some sort of purchases made, so it is, you will minus it after creating a ledger account. So machinery account also, it has decreased, so you will prepare a ledger account and then you will see what needs to be minus, the amount or that needs to be minus. So some sale has happened, so there is inflow of cash, so you will add the inflow of cash, but you should check it out by preparing your ledger accounts. Stock has basically increased, so if stock is increased, you will minus it in your working capital changes. Debtors has decreased, so you will add it in order to find out the working capital changes. Bank is your opening and closing balance of cash. So during the current year, 31/3/2009, dividend of rupees 84,000 was paid. So which means your dividend is paid. So you will add it in order to calculate your net profit, and you will minus it in your financing activity. Now your second one, they are telling assets of another company were purchased for a consideration of rupees 1 lakh, payable by issue of shares, and assets includes land and building rupees 50,000 and stock of rupees 50,000. So in fund flow statement we'll consider it in different way, whereas in cash flow statement we will consider it in a different way. Assets of another company are purchased. Instead of paying them by cash, we are paying with the help of issue of shares. So this does not involve any cash transaction. So you will not consider any of this in your cash flow statement, but you will show this in your ledger accounts. So this stock of 50,000 is nothing but it is been bought during the year. So if you have see your stock balance, the closing balance of stock, which is 2,50,000, includes this 50,000. So you will minus it because it is overvalued. So since it does not involve any cash, you will not consider it in a cash flow statement, but you will show it in your ledger accounts. Income tax paid will be shown up in your ledger accounts, and you will show it up in your income tax paid to calculate your net cash from operating activities. Depreciation written off for machinery it is 24,000, and for land and building it is 45,000. So you will show it in their ledger accounts, and you will minus it, you will add it in order to show your non-profit or non-cash expenses. So we'll start up with our ledger account. So provision for taxation, buy balance brought down is your opening balance 60,000, to balance carried down is your closing balance 80,000. To bank account is your tax paid, which is given in adjustment 70,000. So your balancing figure is by profit and loss account 90,000, which is your current year provision. Moving on to the second account, which is land and building. It is an asset account, so you will have a debit balance. So it is to balance brought down 4 lakhs, by balance carried down 4,80,000. So as I told you earlier, we look into the adjustment regarding land and building. So 50,000 of land was purchased by issuing of shares, and depreciation on land is 45,000. So that is what we are going to account in land and buildings ledger. So to shares account, which is 50,000. So to shares account, which is 50,000, is nothing but purchased of land and building by issuing shares. So it is land and building accounts debtor, to shares account, which is 15,000. So by depreciation account 45,000. So now you have something called as the credit balance. So to bank account, which is 75,000, which is purchase of land and building by cash, with the total is 5,25,000. So once you prepare your land and building account, we come back to machinery account. So it is to balance brought down 3,60,000, by balance carried down 2,60,000. The depreciation which is given in the question, which is 24,000. So the balancing figure is by bank account, which is nothing but your sales, which is 76,000. Total you will get 3,60,000. Why do we consider this balancing figure as sales? It is by bank, so cash is coming into the business. So only when you sell something, cash will come into the business. So it is sales. So the next one is share capital account. So to balance, by balance brought down, if you see your opening balance of share capital, it is 4 lakh and closing balance is 5 lakhs. So to balance by balance brought down, which is a credit balance 4 lakhs, to balance carried down 5 lakhs. So if you see, you are purchasing your land and building and stock by issue of shares. So the journal entry will be land and buildings account debtor, stock account debtor, to share capital account. So 50,000, you get the total equivalent. So you don't have any balancing figure. So this does not involve any cash. So this will not be accounted in your cash flow statement. So I again repeat, the share capital wherein you are issuing shares and buying the asset, that will not be accounted in your cash flow statement because it does not include the inflow and outflow of cash. So now let's start up with the cash flow statement. So your cash flow statement, so cash from operating activity, so you start with the net profit, which is nothing but your profit and loss account balance, 78,000 minus 64,000, you get the balance to be 14,000. Now you'll add any appropriation that is made during the year, which is general reserve. You have general reserve in the equation, so you'll add your general reserve, 1,40,000 minus 80, 60,000. Now you have provision for taxation given in the equation, which is 90,000, which we have done it in our ledger accounts. So if you see, the current year's provisions will be added to your net profit, whereas tax paid will be minused respectively. So 90,000 will be added. Dividend paid, which is 84,000 given in the equation. So you get the total of the appropriation is 2,34,000. So net profit plus total, you get 2,48,000, which is nothing but your net profit before tax. Now you look into the adjustment for non-cash and non-operating activities. Now you will add all the non-cash and non-operating expenses. So the main thing that comes under here is your depreciation or the goodwill written off. So depreciation on machinery is 24,000 and on land and building is 45,000. They have given in the question and we have accounted in the ledger accounts also. So minus your non-cash and non-operating incomes, we do not have it. So operating profit before working capital changes, 2,48,000 plus 69,000, which is 24,000 plus 48,000, which is 3,17,000. Now what you will do is you will add decrease in current asset and increase in current liabilities. So none of the current liabilities has increased, only there is decrease in the current asset, which is debtors. So if you see debtors, it has decreased. So you will add it. So decrease in current asset, which is 32,000. Now you will minus your increase in current asset and decrease in current liabilities. So your creditors has decreased 40,000. If you see your stock, as I told you earlier itself, the closing stock is 2,52,000 minus the 50,000. Why we are minusing this 50,000? Because it has become a part of your closing stock. This is nothing but your assets bought by issuing shares. So minus the 50,000 minus your opening balance, which is 2 lakhs. You get minus 2,000 as your increase in stock. The cash generated from operating activities, 32,000 minus 42,000, which you get 3,07,000. So net cash from operating activities 2 lakh. Then when you minus your income tax paid of 70,000, which you got it from your provision for taxation, 70,000, you will get the amount to be 2,37,000, which is net cash from operating activities. I again repeat that point of stock. So if you see your stock, which is 2,52,000 last year, 2 lakhs the current year. So this 2,52,000 includes the stock which was purchased by issuing shares. So 2,52,000 minus 50,000 minus 2 lakhs, which you will get to 2,000 as your answer. So now we are moving on to the cash flow from investing activities. If you see, we have in your ledger accounts, we have sales of machinery 76,000 and purchase of land and building only by cash, which is 75,000. Only that you will consider. So it will be sale of machinery 76,000 minus land purchase. Purchases always will be minus because there is outflow of cash. Only when is inflow of cash you will add it. The resultant figure is 1,000, which is nothing but net cash flow from investing activities. Then we have cash flow from financial activities. So if you see your question, your share capital has increased, but that has been balanced with the assets purchased, so you will not consider that in your cash flow statement. Then if you see your bank loan, which is long term, that has been reduced, which means bank loan is paid, and you have your dividend paid. So you will minus your bank loan paid and dividend paid with opening balance minus closing balance. You will get 2,40,000 and dividend paid is 84,000. The resultant figure is 3,24,000, which is nothing but net cash flow from financing activities. Now you are supposed to calculate your net increase or decrease in cash. So total up 2,37,000, 1,000 minus 3,24,000, which is operating activity, investing activity, and financing activity. You will get minus 86,000, which is a negative figure. You will add your opening balance of cash. So what is our opening balance of cash, which tells it is 1,04,000 and closing balance is 18,000. So opening balance of cash 1,04,000. So the resultant figure, when you add it, 1,04,000 minus 86,000, you should get 18,000, which is the closing balance of cash. So if you get your statement equal to the closing balance of cash after adding your opening balance of cash, then your statement is correct. So this is how you end the cash flow statement. When you add it, you're supposed to get your closing balance of cash. So opening balance plus the net increase or decrease should be equal to the closing balance of cash. Thank you.